Всем привет, с вами Данила и Бахва. Мы продолжаем проходить карьеру NBA 2K13. И мы проходим карьеру за Memphis Grizzlies. Вот, собственно, наш персонаж. В прошлой серии мы ему улучшили трёшку, и поэтому мы играем следующую игру в карьере. У нас 2 проигрыша и 2 выигрыша. Так. Начало первые 2 матча мы за Memphis Grizzlies продули, а последующие 2 мы выиграли. И крутые у нас составы. И вот, видите, 2 выигрыша, 2 проигрыша. Собственно, у Рокетсов точно так же. И мы проигрываем в 1 очко. Ай-яй.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Kevin McHale.
Нет, сука.
Defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay. He presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down.
Thanks, Doris. And Lamb kicks to
Well, after he threw that one down, he felt free to hang around for a little while.
A little extra emphasis at the end.
Now, you got to be careful, too, on that. It's used to be an automatic technical foul. They'll still call it at times, but they're a little more selective with the call.
That was a great
Забить ты можешь, лошара. Лошара.
And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that.
You know, that's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
Ты лошара.
Rebounded by
Прямо из кольца не забить не можешь, блин. Лошара лагает.
Johnson, the pass to Douglas. It's stolen by Arthur. The drive by Gabe. Over Lamb. And there's Gabe. That's good on the assist by Bayless. Gabe's got his first bucket of the night. Douglas kicks to Forbes. Fires the 3. That's good.
Собака!
Assist.
Как он это сделал?
They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Feel the excitement of NBA basketball.
Не, мы проиграли Рокетсом.
The Cobra, he's in at the point. Arthur out there with Quincy Pondexter. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Spates in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And that one's good.
Real persistence on his part. Stayed with the play and cashed in with the second chance points.
And here is Lynn, and it's good. Lynn's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, for so long and so many years, the Rockets have been built around a dominant center, Kevin, and haven't been a run-and-gun team, an up-tempo team, but last year under new coach Kevin McHale, they ramped up the pace quite a bit.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Johnson can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 13. The jump hook. And it's White with the rebound. Back to the Rockets, you see their roster, and they are so athletic. So to make the most of it, they wanted to catch teams in transition a bit more. I thought it was a pretty good way of attacking teams.
I like what Kevin McHale did a year ago. You know, they finished 3rd in the league in field goals attempted. And so they really tried to attack and force teams to respond to that transition offense. That's what you have to do, especially when you don't have great half-court superstar players who can take over a game.
Outside, Lynn. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pondexter's got 4 rebounds in this game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And Kevin, in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, that just made things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it. I think he's been fighting the shot a little bit. He's not getting many of them to drop right now.
For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Nuggets.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night, I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way they're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponent at your end.
The Grizzlies trail by 13.
Так, мы пробиваем.
Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far,
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and
Не, мы, кажется, просрем. Да мы просрали уже, короче.
welcome back, everyone. Here's the Cobra. And again,
Ты
Memphis
какого
here.
хера Кобра?
This is why they have the big lead. The rebounding
Почему
has
меня
been
называют
dominant.
Коброй?
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality.
And so in the game for the Rockets. Patterson plays down low with the Sheik. Kevin Martin and Chandler Parsons at the 2 and 3. And it's Douglas in at the 1 spot. Both free throws good from Douglas. And here is Conley. Conley left side. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Conley's got 6. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. As the 4th quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Hi, guys. The uncontainable game today came from the Houston Rockets. No big errors on their part, and they've been the team that wants it more so far. It's that extra bounce in their step that has been the difference maker for them.
And as always, Doris, thank you. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The great trio in the front court, Rudy Gay, Zach Randolph, and Marc Gasol. But Cobra out there with Tony Allen. Gets it to go.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Lynn. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, last year, Jeremy Lin, such a huge story in the NBA, waived by 2 teams, and he was close to being waived by the Knicks when injuries forced them to play him. And his dominant play propelled him to 7 straight wins, and he became famous around the globe.
He's perfect from the line this time. And going back to Jeremy Lin, you talk about 180 degrees. He went from couch surfing at his brother's apartment and at Landry Field's couch to a week later being the toast of the town. What, Clark, an incredible story.
Right out of the movies, and only moved into a swanky apartment in White Plains, Kevin. Someday, I guarantee you, they're going to make a movie out of this. Just an unbelievable story, but there was some work and substance involved in that story. This wasn't just Hollywood or New York glamour and glitz. I mean, this kid produced, and that's why he captured the imagination of basketball fans everywhere. That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Conley kicks to Randall. This is to Gasol.
Газоля тут.
Here's the Cobra. Using his post move to get the 2 points. The Cobra's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets leading by 12. The pass to Parsons. Grizzlies with the rebound. Randolph's got 5 rebounds tonight. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight. Gets it to go.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
A Sheik. He's covered by Randolph. Here's Patterson. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. And the Rockets lead by 12.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, I'd like to see a little more out of the defense. How about trying, guys?
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Thanks again, Doris. Knocked loose. Here's Gay. Connects in the foul line jumper. Gay's got 27.
He's showing some signs of life here in the second after having a very forgettable first half.
Back to Lynn. He feeds it to Douglas. Fires for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 9 assists now tonight. Here's the Cobra, defended by Douglas. Rebounded by Douglas. Douglas has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Lynn. And the foul called on the Cobra. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Martin's checked in. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Gets the bucket. Martin's got 20.
His touch has looked much better than it did in the first half.
Here's the Cobra, covered by Martin. The Rockets pull in. They led by as many as 18 points.
Well, I think one of the stories has been rebound.
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. 22 points for him.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Conley buries it from about 10 feet away.
That's a nice job of getting the ball. Shot. That's exactly how it's done.
That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get it to fall.
Out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Spates checked in for Gasol. Arthur comes in for Zach Randolph. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Jared Bayless subbed in for Mike Conley. They get it back. A second chance effort, and he zips to the basket and lays it in.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Here is Forbes. And now, running up the court, Douglas pushing it up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that one should remove all doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
The Grizzlies have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's the Cobra. It's off from 3-point range. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 13-4 run.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
The feed now to Bayless. The dish to Arthur. Feeds to Bayless. They set the pick. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Boy, just a wasted possession. You can't afford any of those.
And trying to narrow the gap here, certainly not a good time to get sloppy.
Все, конечно.
So we see the Rockets taking.
The Rockets down 4.
Что у нас плееров здесь? Сейчас опять он будет спрашивать.
You guys were clicking on all cylinders last game and rode that to an easy win, and then tonight it was just the opposite. Why such a major difference from one game to the next?
I don't know, man. I don't really even have an answer for you right now. This team has been way too up and down lately, and I don't think any of us are very happy about it. It's tough when you feel like you're playing so well one game just to see it all disappear the next game. I'd like to tell you that we're just a young team finding our way, but really, that's not it at all. We just didn't execute when we needed to. And to fix that, I don't know. I'm gonna have to leave that up to Coach. At this point, I think the biggest thing the team needs is some discipline, and that's definitely his department.
Пипец. У нас все понизилось. Селек Найт и Селек Джордан. Круто! Месяц везет. И что, всем спасибо за просмотр, подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, оставляйте комменты. Всем пока и удачи!